What's something that a friend/classmate did in high school that was seen as funny at the time, but you now realize was actually not okay? Had a kid in my year who'd had a surgery that left a nerve bundle in his neck exposed. If pressed it would paralyze him. From memory it was for spina bifida, and for some ungodly reason he told everyone. Certain boys took great pleasure in going downstairs behind him and pressing it, which completely paralyzed him for a few seconds and he'd fall like a brick, usually onto whoever was in front of him. So dangerous. There were a fair few teeth knocked out because of this, his and other people's. It happened so much that in his third year the school installed an elevator, and you had to have a special key to use it. He got the only permanent issue key at that time. Kids are assholes. Subscribe for more. In the 6th grade, I had a friend who was a troublemaker and a class clown. I've always hated going to my math class because my teacher was a cranky old lady who'd yell at you for the smallest things. Me being an 11-year-old, I actually had the worst anxiety just knowing I could be the next person yelled at in front of the class. The one thing that helped get through the year was that friend, cause I knew he'd always make jokes and have me almost in tears cause they were that funny. One day, when my teacher walked out to use the bathroom, that friend went over to her desk, picked up the mug she was drinking out of, and spat out the biggest loogie into it. We all saw it and just waited for her to come back 10 minutes later, as she was just normally teaching. She picks up her mug and chugs it down. Everybody just starts laughing and giggling, including me, but nobody said anything when she questioned it. It was horrible, but I wasn't about to be the kid who snitched. Later on during the school year, I guess we had a day where it didn't start at the normal 7:30 am, but instead 10:30 am. But I didn't know, so I showed up really early. A bunch of kids didn't get the memo, so we were all just placed in the cafeteria until school actually started. Around 9ish, my math teacher noticed I was sitting out in the cold and invited me to her class, where it was warm. When I got there, she let me work on my missed homework and even let me eat breakfast in her class. She asked me about home life, school life, if I had any friends, etc. She made me feel welcome. She then told me about her life, about her only son, about her husband who passed away from cancer 20 years back. She was very sweet. This was like back in 2008, and I think she was like 70 years old. I don't even know if she's still alive after all these years. But I wish I could go back and stop my friend from doing what he did.